Willow's four-word letter declaring war on Drew shocks Nina. General Hospital spoilers. Willow Tate had always been a woman of patience, compassion, and understanding. She had endured more than her fair share of trials, from a manipulative cult leader to devastating health crises. But nothing could have prepared Port Charles for what she did next. It all started with a single letter, 4 simple words that sent shockwaves through General Hospital and beyond. A declaration of war so unexpected, so bold, that it left Nina Reeves speechless and Drew Kane reeling. "You betrayed us all." The calm before the storm. The past few months had been tumultuous for Willow. Her battle with leukemia had left her emotionally and physically drained, but she had finally found solace in her family, with Michael Corinthos and their children. However, the discovery that Nina Reeves, her estranged biological mother, was responsible for turning Drew into the SEC had shattered the fragile peace she had begun to rebuild. Michael had wanted to keep the revelation contained, to deal with Nina in their own way, but Willow couldn't stand by and let betrayal fester in silence. When she wrote those 4 words and delivered them to Drew at Aurora Media, she didn't anticipate the tidal wave of consequences that would follow. Drew's shock and betrayal. Drew Kane had been blindsided. After months of suffering behind bars because of an anonymous SEC tip-off, he had finally uncovered the truth. Nina, the woman who had wormed her way into their family, who had begged for forgiveness time and time again, had been the very person who had set the wheels of destruction in motion. When Willow's note arrived at his office, he had stared at it for what felt like an eternity. The meaning behind those 4 words was unmistakable. Willow wasn't just angry, she was declaring all-out war. Drew stormed into the Metro court, his fists clenched. He found Nina at the bar, sipping a glass of wine, blissfully unaware of the storm about to hit. "You betrayed us all." His voice was cold as ice as he threw the letter onto the counter in front of her. Nina's face paled as she read the note, and for the first time in her life, she was truly lost for words. Nina's desperate defense. Nina had spent months desperately trying to mend her broken relationships. She had fought tooth and nail to be part of Willow's life, to be accepted by Michael, Carly, and even Drew. But the truth had a way of catching up, and now there was nowhere left to hide. "I never meant for this to happen," Nina whispered, her voice trembling. "I thought I was protecting Sunny, not hurting you." Drew cut her off with a bitter laugh. "You thought you could control everything, and now you've lost it all." But the real blow came when Willow arrived, her expression devoid of the warmth she had once tried to extend to her mother. "I thought I could forgive you," Willow said softly. "But some things are unforgivable." Nina reached for her, but Willow stepped back. "You don't get to play the victim anymore." The fallout. Word of Willow's letter spread like wildfire. Sonny Corinthos was torn. His loyalty to Nina clashed with a sense of justice he knew Drew deserved. Carly Spencer was almost smug, though she concealed it behind her usual steeliness. Michael was Willow's rock, standing beside her as she publicly cut Nina from her life. Nina, for all her schemes, found herself isolated. Valentine tried to support her, but even he couldn't erase the damage done. Willow's forward letter had been more than a message, it had been a declaration of independence. And as the dust settled, one thing became clear: there was no turning back.